This is last and third module of chapter 3. In module 2 of this chapter, we have described some methods to approximate a function to a polynomial or to another function using orthogonal polynomials or without using orthogonal polynomials. And we have shown that use of orthogonal polynomials reduces the computational efforts. In this module, we shall consider Chebyshev polynomials to approximate a function to a polynomial, and we shall show that these orthogonal polynomials are efficient compared to other polynomials. In this module, we shall show that any function can be expressed in terms of Chebyshev polynomials if the function can be expanded with the help of Taylor series method. First, we define Chebyshev polynomial. The Chebyshev polynomial is denoted by Tnx, where n represents the degree of the polynomial and x is the variable, and which is defined by Tn of x equal to cos of n into cos inverse x, and this is defined on the interval closed interval -1 1, and n is valid for 0 1 2 and so on. This polynomial can also be written as Tn of x equal to cos n theta, where x equal to cos theta. These polynomials look like a trigonometry function, but this is an algebraic function by expanding the cosine function and cos inverse function. In particularly, when n equal to 0, t0 x equal to 1 and t1 x equal to x. This is the initial values of the polynomial Tnx for n equal to 0 and 1. We know that the function cos theta is an even function. Therefore, from equation 1, that means from the definition of Tnx, we can show that Tnx equal to t of minus n of x. Also, it is easy to verify that t of 2n of x equal to t subscript twice n of minus x. That means the Chebyshev polynomial is even when the subscript is even, and also t subscript 2n plus 1 of minus x equal to minus of t of subscript 2n plus 1 of x. This shows that the Chebyshev polynomial is an odd function if the degree of the polynomial is odd. Also, we can prove that Tn minus 1 of x plus Tn plus 1 of x equal to twice x into 2 Tnx. That is, Tn plus 1 of x equal to twice x into Tn of x minus Tn minus 1 of x. This is true for all n equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. This is the recurrence relation for Chebyshev polynomial. So, from this recurrence relation we can generate all order Chebyshev polynomials starting from n equal to 1. So, from this recurrence relation we can generate any order Chebyshev polynomial. So, first 7 Chebyshev polynomials are t0 x equal to 1, I have mentioned already this particular polynomial, t1 x equal to x, t2 x equal to twice x square minus 1, t3 x equal to 4x cube minus 3x, t4 x equal to 8x to the power 4 minus 8x square plus 1, this one t5 x, t6 x, t7 x. Note that the function say t3x, t5x, t7x are odd function, and each power of each term is odd, and in the function t3x the power of x is 3 and 1. Similarly, in the function t5x the power of x are 5, 3, 1, that means all the power of x are odd. Similarly, the powers of x in t7x are 7, 5, 3 and 1, that means all the powers are odd for odd suffix polynomials, and for even suffix polynomial the power of x are even. For example, in t6 the power of x are 6, 4, 2 and so on. So, these are the graph of first 4 Sebeshey polynomials. The first graph is AB, the line AB. This one represents the polynomial T0x. The second polynomial T1x is the line AOC, and the polynomial T2x is the curve BDA. The polynomial T3x is C to E to F to A, and the polynomial T4x is B, then P, then Q, then R and A. So, these are the first 5, including the starting polynomial, the first 5 polynomial or Sebeshey polynomials. It is interesting that the Sebeshey polynomials are orthogonal with respect to the weight function 1 minus x square whole to the power minus half. So, Wx equal to 1 minus x square power minus half. So, to prove the Sebeshey polynomials, orthogonality of Sebeshey polynomial, we consider 2 Sebeshey polynomials of degree I and j, and these are denoted by Tix and Tjx. If the polynomial Tix and Tjx are orthogonal with respect to the weight function 1 minus x square power minus half, we have to prove integration minus 1 to 1 Tix into Tjx whole divided by root over 1 minus x square dx equal to 0 for different I and j. If I and j are equal, then the value of this integration is non-zero. To prove this expression or to prove this result, we consider x equal to cos theta. Then the integral is denoted by I, where I equal to integration minus 1 to 1 Tix into Tjx whole divided by root over 1 minus x square dx equal to, after substitution x equal to cos theta, this integral becomes integration 0 to pi Ti of cos theta into Tj of cos theta d theta. That is I equal to integration 0 to pi cos I theta cos j theta d theta equal to half of integration 0 to pi cos of I plus j theta plus cos of j minus I theta d theta. After integration it becomes half of sin j plus I theta whole divided by j plus I plus sin j minus I theta divided by j minus I. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is pi. Now, it is easy to observe that when j and I are different, then the value of this integration is 0, that means the value of I is 0. When j equal to I equal to 0, then from the green expression or green integral, we can easily shown that I equal to pi, and when j equal to I but not equal to 0, then the value of the integration is pi by 2, and this is obtained from the red mark integration. Thus, integration minus 1 to 1 Tix into Tjx whole divided by root over 1 minus x square dx equal to 0 if I and j are different, equal to pi if j equal to I equal to 0, and it is equal to pi by 2 if j equal to I but not equal to 0. So, these are the orthogonality property of the Sebeshey polynomial along with 2 equal cases. Now, we consider one example to approximate a function fx equal to 1 minus x square power 5 by 2 using least square method with the help of Sebeshey polynomial on the interval minus 1 1. Let the function fx is approximated as a0 t0x plus a1 t1x plus a2 t2x, where t0x, t1x and t2x are first 3 Sebeshey polynomials and a0, a1, a2 are the constant. Then the residual is, as by definition of least squares method, s equal to integration minus 1 to 1 wx whole into fx minus a0 into t0x plus a1 t1x plus a2 t2x whole to the power 2 dx, where the weight function wx equal to 1 minus x square to the power minus half. This is the weight function for Sebeshey polynomial. For minimum s, we have to differentiate s with respect to a0, a1 and a2. That means del s del a0 equal to 0, del s del a1 equal to 0, and del S del A2 equal to 0. So, these are the normal equations to minimize S or to find the values of A0, A1 and A2. Now, from the first equation del S del A0 equal to, we have minus 2 minus 1 integration minus 1 to 1 Wx into Fx minus A0 T0x plus A1 T1x plus A2 T2x whole into T0x dx, which is equal to 0. And using the property of orthogonal polynomial, or after simplification this equation, the first term becomes integration minus 1 to 1 Wx Fx T0x dx, and second term is integration minus 1 to 1 Wx A0 T0x power 2 dx. Third term is integration minus 1 to 1 Wx Fx T0x T1x dx, and last term is integration minus 1 to 1 Wx Fx T0x into T2x dx equal to 0. But the last two terms are 0 because T0 and T1 are orthogonal. Also the T0 and T2 are orthogonal. That is why the right part will be discarded from this equation, and we have A0 equal to, that means from the remaining equation we can find the value of A0 as the numerator is integration minus 1 to 1 Wx Fx T0x dx, and denominator is integration minus 1 to 1 Wx T0x power 2 dx. After integration, the numerator becomes 8 by 15 and denominator becomes pi by 2, and which is equal to 16 by 15 pi. Similarly, from other two equations we get A1 equal to 0 and A2 equal to minus 32 by 21 pi. So, using these values, the CBSE approximation of the function fx is fx equal to 16 by 15 pi into T0x minus 32 by 21 pi into T2x, and after simplification this becomes 16 by 15 pi minus 32 by 21 pi into 2x square minus 1. 2x square minus 1 is the value of T2x, and after final simplification fx becomes 0.82457 minus 0.97009 into x square. Now, we can show that any power of x can be expressed in terms of Sebeshev's polynomials. For example, one can be expressed as a zeroth order Sebeshev's polynomial, that means 1 equal to T0x, x equal to T1x, x square equal to half of T0x plus T2x, x cube equal to 1 by 4, 3 into T1x plus T3x. Similarly, x to the power 4 can be expressed with the help of Sebeshev's polynomials. X to the power 5 is this one, the expression for x to the power 6 is this one, and x to the power 7 is this expression containing 4 terms. So, using this representation we can conclude that every polynomial can be expressed in terms of Sebeshev's polynomials. To illustrate this concept, we considered an example. The example is express x to the power 4 minus x cube plus 3x plus 2 in terms of Sebeshev's polynomials. We have shown that 1 equal to T0x, that means 2 can be written as 2 into T0x, x is nothing but T1x, and so on. So, substituting these values, the given polynomial becomes 1 by 8 into 3 into T0x plus 4 into T2x plus T4x. This is the value of x to the power 4 minus 1 by 4 into T1 into 3 plus T3x. This is the value of x cube, and third term is 3 into T1x, and last term is 2 into T0x. T0x is 1, that is why last term is 2 into T0x. After simplification, the polynomial finally reduces to 19 by 8 into T0x plus 9 by 4 into T1x plus half into T2x minus 1 by 4 into T3x plus 1 by 8 into T4x. That means the ordinary polynomial can be expressed with the help of Sebeshev's polynomials, and the degree of the Sebeshev's polynomials is also 4. Now, we consider another example. Here we expand the function e to the power x up to third degree term using Sebeshev's polynomials. By Taylor series expansion, we know that e to the power x is approximately equal to 1 plus x square by factorial 2 plus x cube by factorial 3, and this expression is taken up to third degree term. Now, e to the power x can be expressed in terms of Chebyshev polynomial because 1 can be written as t0x, x is replaced by t1x, and 1 by factorial 2 remains unchanged, but x square is replaced by half into t0x plus t2x, 1 by factorial 3 means 1 by 6, and x cube is replaced by 1 by 4 into 3 t1x plus t3x. After simplification, this expression reduces to 1 by 24 into 30 t0x plus 27 t1x plus 6 into t2x plus t3x. So, the Taylor series approximation contains third degree terms up to the third degree terms, and after approximation with the help of Chebyshev polynomials, the final expression is also a polynomial of degree 3. Now, we consider another kind of problem. From this example, we see that if a function be expanded by Taylor series method, then it can be approximated by Chebyshev polynomials. So, for this purpose, we assume that y equal to fx be a function and which is to be approximated by Chebyshev polynomials. Let the function fx be expressed as a0 t0x plus a1 t1x plus a2 t2x and dot 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 plus ak tkx, where a0, a1, a2 up to ak are the constant and t0x, t1x up to tkx are the Chebyshev polynomials of different order. And the coefficient ai, that means the constant ai, are given by ai equal to, the numerator is the integration minus 1 to 1 y tix divided by 1 minus x square dx, and denominator is integration minus 1 to 1 ti square x whole divided by 1 minus x square dx, and this is true for I equal to 0, 1, 2 up to k. So, using this formula we can determine the values of a0, a1 up to ak. So, after computation of ai for a given function y, we can approximate the function fx with the help of Chebyshev polynomials. Now, we consider a theorem which gives the condition for which a function in a arbitrary function can be expanded or approximated over the interval minus 1, 1 by Chebyshev polynomial. For this purpose, we assume that fx is approximately equal to summation over I equal to 0 to n ai tix, where ai is a constant obtained by the formula given in previous slide and ti are the Chebyshev polynomials, where the coefficient ai's are given by this formula. The first constant a0 is equal to 1 by n plus 1 into summation j equal to 0 to n f of x j, and ai equal to 2 by n plus 1 into summation j equal to 0 to n f of x j into cos of 2j plus 1 whole into I pi divided by 2n plus 1, and this is true for all I equal to 1 to n. Also, the argument xj equal to cos of 2j plus 1 into pi whole divided by 2n plus 2. So, this is the expression or this is the formula to calculate a's, x, and finally the function fx. Now, here we consider a function fx equal to e to the power x, and we have to approximate this function up to second order over the interval minus 1, 1. The second order Chebyshev approximation of fx is fx equal to a0 t0x plus a1 t1x plus a2 t2x, where a0 equal to 1 by n plus 1 into summation over j equal to 0 to 2 f of xj, and a1 and a2 are given by this formula, and the value of xj are given by xj equal to cos of 2j plus 1 by 6 where j equal to 0, 1 and 2. That is x0 equal to 0.86660,254, x1 is 0 and x2 equal to minus 0.8660254. Therefore, a0 equal to 1/3 of f of x0 plus f of x1 plus f of x2, which is equal to 1.2660209 after substituting the values of f of x0, f of x1 and f of x2. A1 is equal to 1.12977721 and A2 equal to 0.2660293. Therefore, the function fx is approximately equal to 1.2660209 into t0x plus 1.1297721 into t1x plus 0.2660209 into t2x. And after substituting the values of t0x, t1x and t2x, this expression becomes 1 plus 1.1297721x plus 0.5320418 into x square. So, this is the approximate value of e to the power x within the interval minus 1, 1, and this expression is taken as the up to the quadratic terms, that means the second degree terms. So, we have defined Chebyshev polynomial Tnx and have shown that a Chebyshev polynomial is even function or odd function according as the degree of the polynomial is even or odd. Also, we have shown that all the Chebyshev polynomials can be deduced or generated from a recurrence relation. Also, it is highlighted that every function can be expanded with the help of Chebyshev polynomial provided the function has a valid Taylor series expansion. Now, we define the minimax polynomial and we shall state the minimax principle, which is used to optimize the error. In chapter 2, we have shown that the error in polynomial interpolation for n plus 1 interpolating points is Enx equal to Wn plus 1 of x into n plus 1 derivative of the function f at the point xi divided by factorial n plus 1, where Wn plus 1 of x is a polynomial of degree n plus 1 which is equal to x minus x0 into x minus x1 up to x minus xn. Now, it is obvious that the upper bound of the error can be determined by the following expression, that means the absolute value of the error Enx is less than or equal to maximum over the interval minus 1, 1 of absolute value of Wn plus 1 of x into the maximum value over the interval minus 1, 1 of n plus 1 derivative of f at xi by factorial n plus 1. If the function fx is bounded, that means the given function is bounded, then obviously the maximum value of the n plus 1 derivative of f at any arbitrary point xi is finite. So, the error bounds depends only on the polynomial Wn plus 1 of x. Again, the absolute value of the polynomial Wn plus 1 of x depends only on the choices of the nodes or arguments x0, x1 up to xn. Thus, the maximum error depends on the product of two terms. One is the maximum value of absolute value of Wn plus 1 of x and other is maximum values of the n plus 1 derivative of f at xi. But the Chebyshev suggested that the arguments x0 to xn must be chosen in such a way that Wn plus 1 of x equal to 2 to the power minus n into Tn plus 1 of x. Note that Tn plus 1 of x is a polynomial of degree n plus 1. Also, the polynomial Wn plus 1 of x is also a polynomial of degree n plus 1. Also, the leading term of the polynomial Tn plus 1 is 2 to the power 1 by 2 to the power n. That is why we have considered Wn plus 1 of x equal to 2 to the power minus n into Tn plus 1 of x. The polynomial 2 to the power minus n into Tn plus 1 x is a monic Sebeshey polynomial, and it is denoted by T tilde n plus 1 x. Thus, the polynomial T tilde n plus 1 of x equal to 2 to the power minus n into Tn plus 1 x is the unique choice which satisfies the following inequalities. That means, the maximum value of the T tilde n plus 1 x over the interval minus 1 1 is less than or equal to the maximum value of Wn plus 1 of x over the interval minus 1 1. Again, the absolute value or the maximum value of Tn plus 1 of x is 1. Therefore, the maximum value of T tilde n plus 1 of x, that means the absolute of the maximum values of this function over the interval minus 1 1 is equal to 2 to the power minus n. This property is called the minimax principle, and the polynomial T tilde n plus 1 x equal to 2 to the power minus n into Tn plus 1 x, or T tilde n of x equal to 2 to the power 1 minus n into Tn of x. This polynomial is called minimax polynomial. That means, using this polynomial we show that the error in interpolation, polynomial interpolation must be minimized. Now, we describe another application of Sebeshey polynomials. In economization of power series, we have seen that computation of power series with finite number of terms is very easy and unambiguous, but the computation of infinite series is a very difficult task. The following questions occur due to computation of an infinite series. The first question is, what is the radius of convergence, and other is, how many terms of the series gives the answer correct up to certain significant figures. Now, we have seen that every polynomial f(x) of degree n can be expressed in terms of Sebeshey polynomials as the following form: f(x) equal to b0 plus b1 t1 x up to bn tn x, and it can be shown that the expansion of the form 10 converges more rapidly than the form of equation 9. Thus, the representation of 10 of any function or any polynomial f(x) is computationally better than that of 9. The computation of a power series with less number of terms or less amount of time, which gives the desired accuracy, is called the economization of the power series. Now, we explain this method, economization of power series, with an example. Here you consider the cosine series, which is nothing but 1 minus x square by factorial 2 plus x to the power 4 by factorial 4 minus x to the power 6 by factorial 6 plus x to the power 8 by factorial 8 minus dot dot dot. Our aim is to find the finite approximation of the series cos x, and that gives the answer correct up to 4 decimal places. Note that the coefficient of the term x to the power 8 is 1 by factorial 8, which is equal to 0.0000248, and note that it is affected in the 5th decimal place only, because the first 4 digits are zeros. Therefore, there is no effect in the first 4 terms in the calculations. So, we can truncate the term x to the power 8 by factorial 8 and other higher power terms from the given series, and the reduced series is cos x equal to 1 minus x square by factorial 2 plus x to the power 4 by factorial 4 plus minus x to the power 6 by factorial 6. Now, we use the Sebeshey polynomial to approximate this function. After substituting the Sebeshey polynomials, the cos x becomes this expression, and after simplification this reduces to cos x equal to 0.76519110 minus 0.2298177 into T2x plus 0.0049479 into T4x minus 0.0000434 into T6x. Since the absolute value of T6x is less than or equal to 1, therefore, the last term of the above expression or the term 0.0000434 into T6x has no effect in the fifth decimal place. Therefore, the term is discarded and the reduced economized series is given by cos x equal to 0.7651910 minus 0.2298177 into T2x plus 0.0049479 into T4x. And after substitution of the values of T0, T1, T2 and T4x, we get cos x equal to 0.7651910 minus 0.2298177 into 2x square minus 1 plus 0.004949 into 8x to the power 4 minus 8x square plus 1. And after simplification, cos x is finally equal to 0.9999566 minus 0.4992186 into x square plus 0.0395832 into x to the power 4. So, this is the final expression for cos x and it gives the result correct up to 4 decimal places. And note that to get the value of cos x, we have to calculate only 3 terms, and this gives the correct result and correct up to 4 decimal places. In first module of this chapter, we have considered least square method to approximate a function based on a discrete set of values. In second module, we have approximated a given function to a polynomial or to any other functions with the help of least square method, and in this description or in this method we have considered orthogonal polynomials and also non-orthogonal polynomials. And also we have shown that the orthogonal polynomials reduces the computational effort to approximate a function. And in the last module, that means in module 3, we have considered Chebyshev polynomial to approximate a function to a polynomial, and we have shown that every function can be expanded in terms of Chebyshev polynomials provided the function can be expanded with the help of Taylor series.